Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you have been enjoying all the, shall we say, less than intelligent things Raxo has been talking about, you'll love this. Cyraxx is still with us, and he is still on a roll. In this episode, you will see him make a complete and total ass of himself, as he desperately tries to not do that very thing. Cyraxx, before we begin, we did want to bring something to your attention that was recently pointed out by someone in our comments. You know, it seems like every time Sally has to go to the hospital, money goes missing. How odd. One would think that if William or Marty always had access to her data, they'd be using it more often than every year or so. We'll ponder that as we react to your latest haul of comedic precious metals.
Observation. It just wouldn't be a Raxo video if he got right to the point. The several dozen second brain boot up is one of his signature moves. Derp on, you silly chunk of petrified horse apple.
Hello, Marty. William. And WordBoi. And Jason's.
Hello, audio engineer. Boosting audio.
What you morons don't realize is one very specific thing. That is that you no longer control the narrative. I do. And you want to know how I control the narrative?
Yes, please tell us.
You want to know how I control the narrative, boys?
Did we stutter?
Because see, I have you motherfuckers by the balls. Every single person in the troll community is my bitch. And you wanna know how you all are my bitches?
Sure.
Allow me to elaborate. William, you think that hacking in, breaking into my mom's bank account, stealing money.
We think we see your plan here, Chancy Pants. When Ed took Sally to the hospital, you helped yourself to her credit card to hook yourself up with some sweet upgrades in those free-to-play games you love so much. We are willing to bet you simply paid for them and put something dumb in the transaction notes like William Gloryhole was here. As you are about to tell us, such transactions do have an electronic footprint. Well, actually, you're gonna call it a paper trail, even though no paper is involved. Dunce.
DDoSing me multiple times, making your shitty little videos about me, and doing all of this illegal shit, like breaking into the doctor's database to find out where my mom's at.
This right here is one of the reasons we love Cyraxx so much. He will say the most unintelligent thing with a completely straight face, and expect people to take him seriously. Raxo, everybody knows Sally's name. And you know what, it's really not too hard to find the hospitals in Akron. Try it on Google, it'll come up with a list. Now, you obviously don't know that most hospitals have a directory of patients. Many accessible online. All someone has to do is put in Sally Wilkins, hit search, and bam, if she's there, her info will pop right up. No hacking necessary. There goes that quote-unquote federal charge. But wait, that's not all. You also included the videos Gloryhole makes about you in the list of his supposed crimes. Guess what, Cyraxx making videos about you is not illegal. As to the DDoSing, are you seriously complaining that you're getting more attention than your modem can handle?
Side note, the hands behind your back general giving an inspection thing you've got going on is ridiculous. You might think you look like Patton, but you're actually just a silly little turd playing internet tough guy.
And what room, and what she is in there for. See, what you don't realize is this. You can hide behind your shitty little VPN all you want, little boy. But,
He sure can. That's the point of a VPN.
you think you're doing something. You really do. You think that you're doing something that you're not actually doing. See, you think that you're intimidating me and that you're scaring me. But really, you ain't doing any of that.
Cyraxx, we know without a doubt that you are a coward. You are afraid to leave your house. You're even afraid of butterflies and moths. The overwhelming fear you live with caused you to think a mousetrap was a gunshot. Just yesterday, you accused Marty of bioterrorism. Raxy, fear courses through your veins, and it's obvious to anyone looking.
You know what you're really doing? You're building a case against yourself. You're not affecting me. You're building a case against yourself, baby boy.
Bullshit detected. Raxo, the more you say you aren't bothered by the trolls, the more obvious it is that you are indeed highly bothered. Doesn't matter how you say it. The fact that you're talking about it tells us you hate the truthful comments people post. In fact, you're going to prove that you are indeed bothered here in a couple of minutes when you start reading the comments.
And I call you a baby boy because you act like a fucking child.
Says the guy who can't bathe himself.
You acting like a fucking dumbass kid. Thinking that your little hacker skills are something special. But really they ain't. There's a million motherfuckers out there just like you that think they're badass.
Raxo, having talked to many of the people you are addressing, I can say without a doubt, they are all far more badass than you could ever be. Jay Sins has a job that actually saves lives and is extremely dangerous. If you tried his line of work for one day, you'd probably not survive. And he doesn't think of himself as a badass. Hell, my meatbag is an avowed non-tough guy, but even he has no fear for you. And make no mistake, you are the only one trying to make themselves out to be a tough guy. You are always the one who starts the physical threats first. Always. And nobody is afraid of you because we've all seen you fight. You are the definition of an internet tough guy.
Sitting in their mama's basement behind their little screen. Safe. All cuddled up in mama's tits.
That's almost literally you. Except you live upstairs in your grandmother/adopted mom's rented house. Otherwise, you are exactly what you described. Remember the other week when you told Sally she had to protect you from the police? In fact, given your relative sizes, we think you could literally hide under her boobs. Making us wonder, have you done that before?
But really, boy, you ain't nothing. And by the way, William, I have a little message for you from my little brother, Ethan.
For those unfamiliar, Ethan is one of Raxo's buddy trolls. He told Raxy he was armed with a 9mm high point and showed off a BB gun.
And you can take my word on it, you cannot take my word on it, but if I was you, I'd take the advice.
Whenever he says the words, if I was you, I'd do this or that, you are totally safe in ignoring his advice. As you can see, if you do what he does, you'll end up just like him.
Very clearly, and I would heed this warning very seriously. Especially since he showed up on Marty's panel.
With a BB gun.
You keep fucking around, little man. You're gonna find out.
Notice? Hey, Cyraxx, we are officially fucking around. Are you gonna help us find out too?
See, you think you're dangerous.
Everybody is except you.
And to an extent, you could be. But in reality, you're nothing more than a weak, pathetic, simple-minded little bitch.
Well, we have to give you this. You are most definitely, beyond all doubt, the king of. No, you are the emperor of projection. If William has done all the things you accuse him of, that would actually be the mark of quite a complicated mind. A simple-minded person does things like you do. That's not a coincidence.
Damn, he really did go on and on, didn't he? Looks like another 2 or 3 part episode. Most likely too, as a lot of what's left is just looping with minimal but still funny new stuff. Thank you for watching this, and as always, have a tolerable or better day.